Hi Leo, welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, let's get into your reading, Leo. You've crossed a threshold, and what comes through thresholds once they've been crossed cannot be sent back. And I want you to really feel the weight of that before we pull a single card. Because the cannot be stopped quality of this reading isn't about luck arriving from nowhere. It's about a specific point being reached. A point where what you've been working toward and praying toward and building toward has accumulated enough momentum that the universe has no option but to respond. And the response is the abundance. And the 24 hours is not when the abundance starts. It started when you first put effort in that direction, when you first held the hope, when you first committed to building what you've been building. The 24 hours is when the arrival becomes visible, when what has been in motion behind the scenes finally breaks through the surface and shows itself in forms you can see and feel and measure. And the cannot be stopped quality isn't a wish or an affirmation said to make you feel good. It's a description of where this actually is. And where this actually is, right now, in the next 24 hours, is on the other side of the threshold. In delivery mode, past the point of return, and nothing, no doubt, no delayed circumstance, no old pattern trying to reassert itself has the capacity to stop what is already this far along. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that now and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's pull an oracle card for their energy first, then we get into the tarot. Okay, first oracle card. The abundance was always coming. The 24 hours is just when you get to see it. And your guides led with this because it reframes the entire reading before we go further. Because sometimes we think of abundance arriving as something external coming toward us from outside, like weather, like luck, like something that happens to some people and not others for reasons that aren't fully clear. And your guides are showing something completely different. The abundance has been building, being prepared, being made ready in the alignment of your effort, your energy, and the universe quietly organizing circumstances on your behalf. And the 24 hours is the delivery window, not the beginning of the process, the delivery window. And what gets delivered in the next 24 hours has been on its way for longer than today, for longer than this week, and knowing that changes how you receive it. Because you're not receiving something random that happened to land on you today. You're receiving the result of something real and specifically built that was always going to reach you at this specific moment. And real results that were always going to arrive have a completely different quality than luck. And I want to stay with this oracle card because there's something important underneath it. Because the was always coming quality of the abundance tells you something about the nature of what's arriving. It's not fragile. It's not something that could have been missed or lost or redirected by circumstances. It's the specific kind of arrival that has been in motion long enough to have its own momentum, and momentum of that kind doesn't stop at the last step. It completes. And what's completing in the next 24 hours is something that was set in motion by everything you've been doing. Okay, second oracle card. Stop measuring the abundance by what you expected. It arrives in the exact form you actually need, and your guides are addressing something very specific here. Because the form the abundance takes in the next 24 hours might not be exactly what you pictured when you were building toward it. And that's not a disappointment. That's the universe being more precise than your asking could be. Because you asked from where you were, and where you were when you first started asking is not where you are now. You're further along, more developed, more ready, more specifically clear about what you actually need as opposed to what you thought you needed. And what arrives is fitted to where you actually are right now. The current version of you, the version that crossed the threshold, the version whose receiving capacity has expanded through everything you've been through, and receiving what was shaped for your actual life as it is now, is a completely different experience from receiving what you originally asked for, fitted to someone you no longer are. So when it arrives in its actual form, receive it for what it is, rather than comparing it to what you imagined. Okay, third oracle card, the cannot be stopped is confirmed. Stop bracing for the exception. And your guides are addressing something they can see from where they are. Because when you've been hoping for something long enough, when you've asked and waited and kept going, the habit of protecting yourself from disappointment can keep running even when the confirmation is clearly arriving. Like still holding your breath even after the door has opened, still keeping one part of yourself at a safe distance from the hope, still preparing for the exception, still waiting for the thing that's going to make it not happen after all. And your guides are asking you very directly, exhale, stop holding that breath. Because the cannot be stopped is not a maybe. It's not a probably. It's not a hopefully if nothing goes wrong. It's the specific confirmation from the universe that the threshold has been crossed and the delivery is in motion and nothing that's been in the way has any more authority over what's arriving. And the only energy in the entire 24 hours that does not serve you is the bracing for the exception that is not coming. And there's something important I want to add here, because releasing the brace is not the same as being naively optimistic. It's not pretending. It's the specific act of aligning your internal state with the confirmation your guides have just given you. And internal alignment with confirmed reality is the most practical thing you can do because it puts you in the receiving position, and being in the receiving position is how you catch what's arriving completely. Okay, fourth oracle card, the people around you are about to see the shift before you've said a word about it. And your guides are showing you something about how the abundance lands externally, because when a genuine shift happens in someone's energy, when the cannot be stopped is running and the threshold has been crossed, the people around you feel it before it's formally visible. There's a quality change in how you carry yourself, in the specific aliveness of someone who is moving into a season where things are going right. And the people in your world who pay attention are going to notice something different about you in the 24 hours. Before you've announced anything, before you've pointed to what's shifted, they're going to see it. And the seeing of it by others, the external confirmation of an internal shift, is one of the most grounding things that can happen, because it tells you the shift is real in a way that goes past just your own perception. And the real shift is already in you. The Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, the Star, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the wheel is the cosmic timing completing itself. And I want to be very specific about what the wheel turning means here, because when the wheel turns in your favor, it doesn't produce a temporary improvement. It establishes a new position, a new baseline from which everything unfolds. And the new baseline the wheel is establishing for you in the next 24 hours is abundance as the ongoing normal state of your life, not as an exception that arrives and passes, not as a window that opens briefly and closes, as the new standard. And that's a significant distinction, because baseline abundance produces compounding. The new good thing opens into the next good thing. The first door opens other doors. And the wheel clicking into place right now is clicking into the permanent version of the season you've been building toward this whole time. And the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is the material beginning, something real, tangible, foundational, arriving in the physical dimension of your life. And foundational is the key word. Because the Ace of Pentacles isn't just a one-time good thing that arrives and ends. It's the first stone being laid for everything that comes after. The beginning with long-term implications, the kind of start you look back on and understand as the moment things really shifted in a lasting way. And what you build from an Ace of Pentacles foundation gets to be built on real ground, solid ground, the kind that supports compounding, and real ground compounds differently than temporary ground. What sits on it grows. What's planted in it takes root and doesn't just survive, but flourishes. And the abundance arriving in the next 24 hours, in whatever specific form it takes, is that first stone being laid. And first stones are where everything lasting begins. And the star is confirmed hope. And I want to be very specific about what confirmed means. The star isn't saying your hope was reasonable or understandable or nice to have. It's saying your hope was accurate. What you were hoping for was real, was coming, was always going to arrive. And the specific gift the star delivers beyond the arrival itself is the proof, real, visible, material proof, that maintaining hope through all the times it felt foolish, through all the times the evidence wasn't supporting it, through all the quiet nights of asking and waiting, was the right thing to do. And proof that your hope was accurate changes you going forward. Because someone who has been shown that their hope was right hopes differently from that point on, brings different confidence to the next thing they build. And the star arriving here gives you that confidence as something permanent to carry forward. And the sun is full emergence, full lights on, the fog of the difficult season completely lifted. And the sun after the wheel and the Ace of Pentacles and the star confirmed is showing me the quality of the 24-hour season in one image. Not just good things happening. The quality of ordinary moments changing. Things that were heavy becoming lighter. Things that required enormous effort starting to require less. Things that felt blocked starting to move. And the sun in this position is confirming that this quality, the things are going right quality, the good season quality, is arriving and staying, not a temporary warmth that passes. The sustained warmth of someone who has crossed the threshold into the season, the sun was always going to shine on. And the Ten of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment, the genuine quality of a life that feels good from the inside. And the Ten of Cups in this reading is the destination of what the 24 hours initiates, because the abundance dropping right now is not just an event, it's the opening of a season. And the season it opens leads directly to the Ten of Cups, to the fullness, to the everything in its right place quality. And the Ten of Cups with the wheel turned and the Ace of Pentacles beginning and the star confirmed and the sun fully on is the universe showing you the complete arc from the threshold crossed right now, through the abundance arriving, through the season that follows, all the way to the complete and full arrival of everything the building was always building toward. Okay, tea leaf cards, 7 of them. First tea leaf card. First signs already visible today. Something moved more easily than it should have. And this is the central image of the reading. The cannot be stopped energy is already giving you early signals. Because when an alignment completes and a threshold is crossed, the energy arrives in waves. The first wave hits before the main delivery. And today, in something that probably seemed small, things moved more easily than they usually do. An interaction that had a different quality. A door that didn't push back. Something that arrived with less friction than you expected. And that small thing is the first ripple of what's arriving in full. And first ripples that come from large movements tell you everything about the size of what is directly behind them. Next tea leaf card. A specific door opening and you walking through it this time. And this tea leaf card is one of the most practical in the whole reading because there is a door, a specific one that you know, something that is felt not yet or not quite or waiting for the right moment. And the right moment is the 24 hours. And the quality of the opening when it happens is going to have an ease to it that tells you this is the moment. Because cannot be stopped arrivals come with ease. The friction lifts. The resistance that was there before is gone. And that ease is the universe confirming that what's through the door was always going to be yours. At exactly this point. Next tea leaf card. Recognition arriving. Someone seeing the quality of what you've been building. And this tea leaf card is showing one of the specific forms of abundance arriving in the 24 hours. Not only material, recognition, someone in your world or entering it, seeing what you've been doing, understanding the quality of it, responding in a concrete way that creates something real. And recognition as abundance is significant because it confirms direction, not just your circumstances, but your whole path. And having someone who has been watching, who has the full picture of what you've built over time, respond in the window is the external confirmation of everything the cards have been showing. Next tea leaf card. Your energy in the window, magnetic, without you having to do anything to create it. And this tea leaf card is about the specific quality you're carrying right now and in the next 24 hours. Because when a cannot be stopped alignment is running, when the threshold has been crossed and things are in delivery mode, there's a specific quality to someone's presence and things respond to it. People, circumstances, opportunities that wouldn't have appeared before the alignment completed. And the magnetic quality of your energy in the window is not something you have to perform or maintain by trying. It's the natural result of the threshold being crossed. And what it draws toward you is everything that was always meant to arrive, but needed the alignment to be complete first. Next tea leaf card. The invisible work finally producing the visible result right now. And this is one of the most validating tea leaf cards the reading can offer because there was work. Consistent effort put in during the times when it wasn't producing visible results. Building done below the surface on days when nothing external was confirming it was the right direction. And the cannot be stopped abundance is the visible result of that invisible work finally surfacing. And the specific timing of the surfacing now in the 24 hours is the universe showing you that every day of the invisible work was accumulating toward exactly this. Next tea leaf card. Abundance arriving in more than one form. Watch all of them, and your guides are expanding the picture here. Because cannot be stopped abundance doesn't arrive in one limited form. It arrives in the form of opportunity, of resources shifting, of recognition coming, of a feeling changing, things becoming lighter, more possible, more aligned. And specifically in the 24 hours, watch all of it. Don't discount the form that seems small or unexpected. Because when an alignment fully completes, everything responds at once. And everything responding at once is exactly the signature of the cannot be stopped. And the last tea leaf card, receiving fully, and the full receiving, carrying this all the way to the 10 of Cups. And your guides ended on this image because receiving fully is the instruction that makes everything else compound. Not because the abundance might not arrive, it's coming regardless, but because how you receive it determines what it becomes. And receiving fully means open hands, open heart, the specific trust of someone who has crossed the threshold and stopped bracing and knows the arrival is real. And full receiving is what allows the Ace of Pentacles foundation to be built on. It's what allows the wheel's new baseline to be lived from rather than just experienced once. It's what carries everything the 24 hours initiates all the way forward to where the 10 of Cups is waiting. Okay, final messages from your guides. 7 cards. Move as if it's already arrived. Because at the level that matters most, it already has. And your guides want this to be the first message because it's the most practical instruction for the window you're in. Because the threshold has been crossed, the wheel has turned, the alignment is complete. And the most powerful position you can be in for what's arriving is acting from the knowing of it. Not waiting to feel it fully before you move from it. Not requiring visible evidence before carrying yourself like someone whose abundance is in motion. Acting from the confirmation now. Making decisions that assume the arrival, showing up as the version of you who has already received what's on its way. And acting from that place is how you meet the abundance at exactly the right moment, rather than arriving slightly behind it. Next, final card. Share freely in the window. What flows through you multiplies. And your guides are very specific about the 24-hour window here. Because abundance that moves multiplies. And in the window of the cannot be stopped, in the energy of the wheel turned and the Ace of Pentacles arriving, what you give, what you share, what you allow to flow through you rather than only to you comes back multiplied by the energy of the moment. And sharing doesn't diminish what arrives for you. It signals to the universe that you understand the nature of abundance, that it was designed to move through you, not just to you. And that understanding is what the universe sends more toward. Next, final card. This is the return on what you built when nobody was watching, and your guides are connecting the arrival directly to your effort. Because the cannot be stopped has a specific source, and the source is the consistent work put in during times when results weren't visible, the maintaining of direction when nothing external was confirming it, the effort invested on the days when it would have been easy to stop. And your guides want you to receive the abundance as the return it actually is. Not a gift from nowhere, not luck, not your turn in some random cycle. The specific and direct result of what you invested when no one was watching, and you kept going anyway. Next, final card. The abundance confirms the direction. Keep going the way you've been going, and your guides are orienting you forward with this message. Because the arrival of the abundance is a direction signal, and the signal is clear. What you've been doing has been right. Where you've been going has been right. And the abundance confirming the direction is your guides saying, don't change course when the good thing arrives. Don't second guess the path when the path is producing results. The path that produced the cannot be stopped is the path worth continuing on. And continuing on it is how the Ace of Pentacles foundation gets built into everything. The Ten of Cups is promising. Next, final card. You are in the window right now. Receive it exactly as it arrives, and your guides are marking the moment because the window is open. And what arrives in it is arriving in its own form. The form the universe shaped specifically for who you actually are and what your life actually needs. And receiving exactly what arrives means not filtering it through what you expected, or comparing it to what others have received, or deciding it needs to be bigger or different before it counts. It arrives. You receive it as what it is, and receiving exactly what arrives with that quality of openness is how the window gives you everything it was designed to give. Next, final card. Save this and drop a comment when the abundance drops. Save this reading right now. Bookmark it, share it today, because when you share in the window, what comes back is tenfold. And when the abundance drops, when the door opens, when the recognition arrives, when the Ace of Pentacles lands in real form in your real life in the next 24 hours, come back and drop a comment. Tell us what form it took. Tell us you saw it arrive. Because someone is watching this right now in their own waiting season, and your abundance arriving gives them the most important thing, the knowing that the cannot be stopped is real. And the very last card, this is yours. It was always going to be yours. 24 hours just makes it visible. This is yours. It was always going to be yours. And the 24 hours just makes it visible. And your guide saved this for last because it's the most complete and most grounding truth of the entire reading. The abundance isn't arriving because today is lucky. It isn't arriving because the universe randomly decided to be generous. It's arriving because the alignment you built through the work and the hoping and the maintaining of direction and the crossing of the threshold produced it. And things built from real effort and genuine alignment become yours in the most permanent way possible. Because you made them. And made things don't unmake themselves. And the 24 hours is just the moment the making becomes visible to the world around you and fully, finally, completely to you. Okay, to bring this home, abundance is dropping on you in the next 24 hours, and it cannot be stopped. And the cards showed us everything. The oracle cards showed us the full foundation. It was always coming, and 24 hours is when you get to see it. It arrives in the form you actually need, not what you originally pictured. The cannot be stopped is real, so stop bracing. And the people around you are going to see the shift before you've said a word. The Wheel of Fortune confirmed the permanent new baseline. The Ace of Pentacles showed the foundational material beginning. The Star confirmed the hope was always accurate. The Sun showed the quality of the full season. And the Ten of Cups showed the complete destination all of this is leading to. And the tea leaves showed the texture of the 24 hours, first signs already visible, a door opening, recognition arriving, magnetic energy drawing what was meant to come, invisible work showing its result, abundance in more than one form, receiving fully and watching it compound. This is yours. It was always yours. The 24 hours is just the moment it becomes visible. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this, and my abundance cannot be stopped. And I receive it fully right now, because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and drop a comment when the abundance arrives. We want to know. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.